Watch the Skies 4 Global Apocalypse was the third sequel to Jim Wallman's Watch the Skies megagame. With 320 players representing countries, whales, aliens, the Pope, corporations and more, this game was a truly massive and chaotic experience. There's no way any video could explain everything that happened, so here are some of the moments that were captured when I asked my cameraman to focus on the countries of the Americas: the USA, Brazil, Argentina, Venezuela, Mexico and Canada.
Final click. And again. And again. Good luck everyone. See you on the other side. Thank you.
As the game started, the UN Security Council was busy debating how to deal with the possibility of Zimbabwe having secret nuclear weapons.
Involved in what's happening with the nukes in Africa. Right. China are vetoing the UN looking into it entirely, and they don't want any money being spent from the UN to look into it. America and UK both offered to pay for the UN for inspectors to go into. Where is it that's actually being Zimbabwe? They're happy to pay for it, but it's pretty much being just poo-pooed, very much. UK are now talking about like the sea levels rising. What's happening?
On another note, we received this
From
the aliens.
excellent. Who's willing to go and meet the aliens?
Yeah, so we've sent our message, haven't we? Yes. Right, yeah, we've sent a message back.
We are leading the initiative for the big cleanup, which is Mexico's effort to clean the seas, which we're hoping will keep the cetaceans happy.
Fair enough. Poor Argentina. They didn't ask for this shit.
Right, Argentina.
Yes.
Basically, we've got reports that aliens have landed near a city and stolen loads of people. People.
Bastards.
Burn them up, march them on the ships. What? Yeah.
America, help!
That's minus 1 PR.
Oh no! They stole us. They stole our people.
Oh my god, terrifying.
South Korea was looking to get the help of the USA early on, but weren't forthcoming with the details.
So we're under the impression that some events may occur in the near future which may compromise by North Korea. Can you be more specific about this? So,
Okay.
but you've got intelligence in North Korea is a general national paranoia, shall we say?
So no intelligence.
We have a mutual defence pact. Yes. So what's the influence for? What are you I'm not at liberty to say.
Okay, then we can't help you.
We can't help you. We're supposed to be allies here. Why can't you tell us? Listen, if you start a war in North Korea, that doesn't obligate us to be involved. If North Korea attacks you first, we're obligated through the mutual defence arrangements. That's all I needed to hear.
Okay.
But you know that. Yeah. You know that's the case. Yes.
Okay.
But we're aware if you provoke and start it. Ultimately we want a peaceful solution to the Korean Peninsula. I'm sure that will happen. If they attack you unprovoked, we're there militarily. And we're
And
committed to NATO.
if you've got intel about an actual threat, come and tell us. Otherwise, go away. Hello.
Hello. So the inspections in Africa, but they failed, but they're going to do another, because there wasn't an IOU meeting, so they're going to do another crack next turn, but it's slow because it's
And what's the UN? Who are the blockers?
China just vetoes everything.
They're behind the weapons programs.
Yeah.
Well, it's highly likely. Just kind of curiosity, like the next UN session, what's likely to be on the table? There's loads of stuff happening in South Korea.
Japan are bringing out a big anti-alien
Which we can't support because they want the ability to base Japanese assets in the US, and that's an absolute no-no. Our sovereignty and environment.
Right, yeah.
The other issue I'm keen to push is the science grouping of the Americas, particularly the environmental push we're making. So we're going to have the clean solutions, preservation of the rainforest. The other issue.
And we're leading that not Mexico, we're leading.
Yeah, we're leading. This is a US-led. And specifically, and this is where I'm a little bit worried about, is the issue in Argentina. I want more details before I commit the US military into it.
What's happening in Argentina?
They've had a load of citizens abducted by aliens.
Right. Okay. So,
but we don't know enough of the details. Now, Argentina's asked for the.
Argentina are freaking out.
Okay, and are we willing to help?
My opinion is they're not abducting US citizens. So it's not our problem. But obviously, Iranian nuclear program, we can't allow that.
They're very keen. They're talking about nukes, and they're using the existence of extraterrestrials as an excuse to expand their weapons
We
program.
will not allow that under any circumstances. So we're 100% with Israel.
I've spoken with Russia, and they, in principle, are all about the NPT. Although they were very cagey, they still do not want the proliferation of nukes.
But I also need you to find ways that we can embarrass and isolate China, because they're going to be working against France.
Meanwhile, the cetacean teams aren't feeling too optimistic.
We need to check the boxes to unpollute the oceans.
Yeah, of course.
Hi, we're fucked. Whale speaking. Where's the fish?
Canada had much to discuss, especially considering they had just exposed a secret nuclear weapon building project in Brazil.
Easier said than done, dude.
Do me stuff. And then basically, what have you learnt this term?
Hey, don't think that Canada's all about this argument, okay? We like really vigorous debates, but we usually use the talking stick. We have the paddle here, we hand it around, we say how we feel, and what's really bothering us here. Our Prime Minister is a great leader, we all get together, we listen to some Celine Dion, and usually we come to some really good agreements here. So that's what we're in the boots.
Yes. We've been contacted by the aliens, we've sent them a message back, agreeing to meet with them. We've had no replies yet.
The French were quite interventionist in Africa, even after the UN resolution was made known. The British want to stay out, as far as I can tell, from Africa and have other priorities, possibly ecological.
France very on board about UN sanctions for Brazil as well. They want, they don't like the idea. As you know, they've got nukes.
The Americans are very anti any US air.
Interceptions. Are there any interceptions?
You're in peace. We come in peace.
Which are your vessels?
This one and this one.
What are you doing?
Okay.
I'm on a peaceful research.
You stole our people last time, you bastard!
No, we didn't.
This is representing you talking to each other at your ground control. What are you doing? Are you attacking?
No, we're not. We
No,
come
not
in
this.
peace.
Then.
We need Assassination.
We just want to share information.
You literally stole our people last time. I'm going to see who's pointing at what?
Right.
These two belong to this gentleman, the other
We're the ridiculous. This is our first approach to humanity.
Okay, so I want to shoot down this one.
How dare you?
You managed to drive off. Oh, yeah. Shoot!
Oh, man.
Explain yourself by the time you talk to us. Explain why you were talking to us last time to me and keep us up. It was terrible.
We don't want to see your people. We
Someone
want to
did.
have information about the world that you live in.
Well, okay, let's talk.
Right.
Let's talk. I want to talk to you.
Survey.
The Pego 5 is stealing me.
It is. And running away with them.
I think I can put a stop to that.
If you could, then you'd be very welcome to visit and we show you a good time. We'll show you wonderful things on Earth.
Pego 5, right.
Yeah.
I'll sort that out.
I don't know what it is and why they're stealing people. We kind of like our people back, to be honest.
You will soon.
Okay. Good.
Take some notes.
You're taking a note. Paco 5.
Rubbish memory.
Yeah, that's good. Because Argentina's not happy about it. What even is Argentina? You seem to say.
So I've got some information. Do I have to talk to them afterwards? Is that right?
Yeah. I think that's right.
The Wagon Corporation was headquartered in San Francisco, and they were constantly busy brokering deals with countries both local and far away.
It takes 4 turns to build a manufacturing plant, so it wouldn't be until turn 8 we'd actually get a new one, which means we're running out of things to sell. There is quite a lot of interest in alien communications tech, by the way.
I first need an alien autopsy.
Okay.
Did you speak to Vietnam about they have 3 weird sites, that's Vietnam, Indonesia, and something else from South Korea? I can't do anything with them until I get an alien autopsy.
Anything military that we can produce.
Sorry, I'm going to do with Russia. I'm sure I do. Technology for him. Do us a favour and tell us control about our deal with SIVs. We currently can't have one.
Costs us
us 1 million in return. So if they give us the safe, we charge them 4.
The USA team is worried about nuclear weapons in North Korea, and they want to have a response ready in case the worst happens.
Use our defensive system. No, you've got no time to check. You have a total of 5 minutes. You can take some time to verify.
Where are we receiving this information from? Alright, well look, yeah, they do it.
Defcon 1, you go to Defcon 1. I want radar verification.
We can launch an ICBM at Defcon 2. Well, no,
we're even higher.
Right, let's open the safe, but let's not commit.
I'm not going along with this. Yes. I think we need to verify.
But we need to be ready to fire. If it turns out to be a verification and we've got 30 seconds and we're fumbling around with the safe.
Do it. Just open the damn safe.
A minute to verify.
Verify.
Do you have the code?
I do have the code. I'm going to wait for that verification.
Let's just be ready. I'm ready. Okay, I'm now entering my house. Okay. Wait, start.
Meanwhile, Brazil are confused by unusual whale activity off of their coastline.
No, I chatted to them earlier.
We don't have any.
You guys pick up like
Do we have any?
We don't know. We're trying to figure out.
Wait, they want fish from us. Do we have any fish?
We can unleash the dolphins from our zoos, which is what we're doing.
If you can find out what's happening with the whales, because they might be waiting for something.
I'll go talk to
Can you pick up the whale issue? Because I need to jump in this nuke thing, make sure the nukes are safe.
Are you going to apologise? Official message, the whales are our bros.
On every map, the satellites have stopped working. Every satellite remains in orbit, but you can get no signal from them. They have all stopped working. So the rules for no satellite cover apply. Everybody takes a PR loss. The world is in uproar, and so terror tracks go up because people can't get their phone systems or their sat-nav. All of that stopped working. I don't want to worry you or anything.
With all of the world's satellites offline, panic begins to increase and military forces are weakened. Despite the confusion, the USA and Canada continue their plan to welcome the aliens to a cultural meeting and send an ambassador to the extraterrestrial visitors for talks.
They're landing where they've been told to land.
They're landing at the Alien Cultural Exchange Centre on the US-Canada-Canadian border.
Excellent.
But before the aliens arrive, another important meeting is taking place.
We were just discussing what our view of the extraterrestrials is, and I was explaining that the US position is that as of yet, we don't have enough information to make a firm conclusion about whether they're hostile or not. We've not been on the receiving end of any hostile action, and therefore I'm not willing to commit the US to a war against people who may be potentially peaceful. But we note with concern the activity in Antarctic and also overflights in South America. In particular, we were concerned about the reported adaptations of the Argentine civilians.
The incursions into Antarctica have centred on Russian territory, and the aliens have been observed stealing natural resources that naturally belong to Russians. We wish to be robust in our protestations to the aliens in this regard. However, we have so far run into a language barrier. Might I ask you, gentlemen, honestly, if you have any mechanisms for communicating with these incursions?
I understand we can receive, but we can't send. Or at least we haven't had any replies to the messages we've sent.
We're in much the same situation. There have been the odd garbled message that has come our way, but no.
So this is our priority, and I would ask you, gentlemen, to put all your efforts to trying to find a way through this communication barrier, and please communicate that to us, and I will pledge the same from Russia's perspective. I have no wish
doing their own thing
to communicate with the aliens through a more forceful mechanism, but we will have little choice if we're not able to establish some kind of reasonable communication channel soon.
Well, it's my administration's policy that where there is a clear hostile act against another terrestrial nation, such as yourself, then obviously we would consider that a possible attack on humanity. What we're very cautious about is being drawn into a conflict where the first shots were fired by human nations.
I would also warn you not to hold your fire so long that you find aliens on the White House wall.
I'm concerned at the moment.
Well, national defence is our priority.
Indeed. As it is for all of us, we all defend concerned about the minor nations. There are rumblings that some of them, in fact in the press, have gone up to the alien mothership, which I am concerned about, to say the least, that we are not involved. I'm also extremely concerned about the lack of satellite operation that we now have.
I think whatever the animosity is between us, we can all agree that we don't want minor nations. It should be one of us.
It should be one of us, yeah.
It's a very different matter when it's...
Yeah, we need to get back in control of that situation, so if we have any communication outlets, we need to go through that. But I think one of the things that we need to be doing is sending TA aliens loud and clear on every frequency that they need to stop coming down unless they're going to come to a central point.
Okay, and how do we... I think collectively we need to work out what we do against countries not deferring to us. Yeah. If anything else, the UN Security Council should be
Let's push a UN Security Council resolution through that all interaction with aliens must come through
the Security Council.
Yes.
And we punish
everyone else.
We've got confirmation that aliens are mining red mercury in the Antarctic. Don't know.
Probably
there's one base, but there's a lot of different aliens around.
So we want to push that all contact is via the UN Security Council, and we're going to work on sanctions for any country that has unauthorised, because they cannot speak for humanity. Only the Security Council can.
Shall we pick a small nation? Shall we pick a small nation that we can actually attack if they don't follow that, and push for a UN resolution to attack? Yeah. We're going to get you to attack something, and we need to actually show that there are consequences.
Vietnam is
You go and finish
what your generation of
Meanwhile, in space...
So if we can organise communication, a three-way communication between us.
Ideally communication technology that we can use beyond that, not just for that meeting, but so that we can then have conversations with you and with them in the future without having to confront the difficulties we need to
and the transportation issues. Okay, let me investigate that.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how we can return you. I need to investigate that.
That's what I was going to ask. And then will I come back or do you come and find me?
I will find out.
That'd be great.
Are you coming back or what? Well, basically, we want tech, we want to understand what's going on, we quite like to understand what's happening in terms of sea level rise and the environmental pollution, and you need to sort out the Justin Bieber concert, don't forget the ice hockey match.
Back on the ground, the cetaceans, feeling very dissatisfied with the polluted oceans, have been sighted pushing rubbish and other waste onto the beaches of the USA's eastern coastline.
But we've got also the whales dicking around. Bring everything. Bring it back. So we bring it back. Right. Then we've got no presence.
So how are we going to take the action?
Yeah.
We need to protect our own borders rather than we obviously can't pull off everything at the same time.
We do have that wall of junk protecting our borders at the moment. That the whales pushed up. Fucking whales.
We need to trade the alien communication tech for the cetacean tech.
Why talk to them? They've sided with China as part of an international dominance.
If you're saying the whales are anti-us, we could attack them with some submarines. So essentially, we've been attacked, and we don't know why. We need to find out why, and whether, or do we just attack them?
As I said, Kenya passed on a message to us from the cetaceans saying that they have sided with China as part of China's international dominance. The cetaceans have sided with China.
Right. And we
Kenya passed that on as a
because
message.
I wouldn't
why would they say
that? Probably comes from the diplomats who are trying
At this point, the Grand Mufti of Saudi Arabia was assassinated. Most of the players didn't know it yet, but this was the first of several actions by a small group called Democracy and Freedom Today. This group was using any means necessary to bring down the USA, corporations and organised religion, whilst also trying to gain respect and recognition for their movement. Around 15 players were randomly chosen to be secret daft agents, covertly working under the noses of their own teams.
Our Grand Mufti has been assassinated, and we are trying to work out who did it currently. We think Saudi Arabia has issues.
We think there may be terrorists embedded in our great country.
Which we stand for this. We will not stand.
There will be repercussions.
repercussions.
Meanwhile, daft agents had been busy in Mexico.
So, Mexico's valiant militia were vigilant during the Pope's visit and managed to intercept the agent as he entered the presidency of the Pope, successfully foiling the assassination attempt. The assailant has been captured and has been identified as being of Angolan origin.
Back in the USA, there are important discussions to be had.
And I would also like to understand your position regarding militarization of Antarctica. I believe that we had agreed that we were going to send a military force to Antarctica, us, the Chinese and yourselves, in collaboration, to deal with the alien incursion on Russian soil in Antarctica.
No, we said that if you're attacked, unprovoked attack by the aliens on you, we will...
Our territory has been invaded, Mr. President.
Well,
we have aliens...
I'd like to hold off on a judgment like that until all the facts are in and we're still evaluating.
You can evaluate all you like. We will be taking any and all means necessary to defend Russian soil.
Okay. Well, and we would do the same if this was Alaska.
Good day, Mr. President.
There's a deadlock on the new America's member. It's between Canada and Mexico. I'm not sure how that's going to resolve.
Okay.
I don't know if there's a casting vote.
We will support
Canada. Yes.
So wait, but with Vietnam, is there a UN resolution on this? Only the Security Council?
There's no UN resolutions currently on Vietnam.
So we've got no authority, we've got no legal authority to attack them?
To attack Vietnam?
Yeah.
No.
Just because China says so?
Well, China, just all I know is China have got a load of soldiers there, but they haven't actually invaded.
Well, how do we hurt Chinese PR on the political sphere? Because they're going in uninvited.
Chinese PR is actually currently very high.
I guess very high. The same way.
It's higher than their starting value. So they're getting quite a lot of cash each turn.
Well, I'm thinking maybe we start spending on pro-democracy movements and stir up some PR heads.
Vietnam has worried most of the world by becoming very friendly with the aliens.
Where's our army?
The Mexican president is treated to a diplomatic visit to space by the aliens.
Mexico.
Greetings from outer space.
Have you currently been enjoying our cactuses, or have they not arrived yet?
Yes. There weren't any this time. There weren't any this time. No, we haven't enjoyed the cactuses.
Well, we're trying to grow as many as possible, so hopefully...
As many as you can.
Many as you
very good.
In the desert, yeah.
That would be awesome. Now, how can we help you? I know you've been having some trouble with America.
Yeah, we've been having trouble with America invading our airspace and shooting down UFOs and generally being a bit of a bully, a bit of a nuisance.
What would it be worth to you if I could say, I believe we have someone that can help you with that?
I think we'd be interested in listening. I think we don't want to be seen as a puppet of the United States anymore. So
no. Well, during one of our expositions, we had a little tag-along. An American agent. I don't suppose you have any, well, we would call them artifacts, but I think you call them iPods?
iPods?
Yes.
Yeah, we've got I think most of the Mexican population is hooked up with iPods.
I mean, if you've got any spare, we would be very appreciative if you could go along and send some out. Yeah. An opportunity comes to mind. If he was to possibly put up just a communication satellite app, and it works, and it was only now broken, then Mexico would be the only country that actually had a communication satellite.
Yes.
I would think that would be very advantageous for you. It's a gesture of goodwill.
Right.
Have the American agents. If you can go along and send us as much fauna and iPods, artifacts we prefer to call them, as you can, that would be brilliant. And if you go and talk to your scientists about putting up communication satellites and see if we could possibly put that up when we come to collect stuff.
Okay, great. So maybe a couple of turns?
Yes.
Right, pleasure doing business. Thank you very much.
Two of our ambassadors have been abducted in the United States. They've just gone missing.
They've been abducted?
I can't get an audience with the
They've been abducted by the US?
They've been abducted in New York. They never made it to the UN meeting. They've gone.
Right, okay, well, I'm not going to deal with it.
So do you know what insurgents or aliens or what?
My vice president's leading the task force. So all I know is we threw in a lot of resources to get your two guys out, which we've done. So we had to burn through a load of special guards. Somebody tried to assassinate me at the same time. So we don't know whether that's linked yet. So it's a pretty big deal. But the key thing is we sent our special forces in, we got your guy out. Right. Both of them out, and they're okay. So
great, right.
So and obviously we apologise that this happened in New York, very regrettable, etc., etc. But we got them out.
I would have thought
security was quite tight there. Well, so did we. We got them out. Right, okay.
A number of players all over the world have been having bizarre nightmares. Some might consider this frightening. Others consider it an opportunity.
Personal cyanuronic shielding. So we actually, because we deal with advanced Siths, a lot of our early development was into advanced Sith fighters and also the pilots in them. So high stress combat maneuvers and this sort of thing with a high detections on the mental lobes. This has meant we've been looking, and you may have heard some people walking around and having nightmares and things. We were able to see some sort of early signs related to that. So this is some sign we have rolled out in an attempt to counter that phenomenon. So because we detect it early, we put a lot of effort into developing it. This is the Waygan, the personal cyanuronic shield. They're not easy to make, so it's, this is a one-person shield. But if you're worried your top people may be receiving communications from aliens into their subconscious, this is the best there is to help.
It would later be revealed that Waygan's helmets were just fancy tinfoil and did nothing whatsoever. Meanwhile, the USA tells Mexico that their investigation has found that Canada were behind the abduction of their diplomats.
Canadians were America's lies again. I know, maybe I mixed up my files. All I know is that we rescued your diplomats. From who? And you're welcome.
We had to pay for special cards.
Apologise to the USA. Have you kicked up on your son, this poor Mexican gentleman eating waffles with maple syrup? I might understand this, you might think we were involved. However,
it doesn't seem like anything's coming from these guys. The USA are lying to you, doing a classic politician there, walking away, not finding out any answers. Have you got anything to say for USA? No. Just another few whispers in the ears, perhaps.
Well, I have to say this. No, I did not like the way that you broached this subject with us, though I understand that if you're really serious about it.
Politics, man.
Yeah, well, hey, I mean, what's all this about?
If you want, please
try to destabilise this.
Look at this! Look at this! You're getting this on camera!
Hey, look! This is
disgusting.
I'm done with you. I'm done with him.
Right.
I'm done with him.
We're leaving. We're walking away from the table.
this hot-tempered Latin temperament thing.
Well, it's because the world is warming up, eh? It's temper's afraid. I think. I mean, that's what it's about. Antarctica. Well, America has to stop slandering Canada. We're your favourite neighbour. I mean, just because we invaded your country and burned your capital to the ground, eh? That was a long time ago, eh? I mean, people don't let bygones be bygones.
Back in South America, the cetaceans have continued to push giant piles of trash onto the coastlines of various countries.
Come to beautiful Brazil. See our interceptors, virus outbreaks, unusual dolphin activity, but so many beautiful dolphins. And pollution. Yeah, most importantly, oceanic pollution. Brazil, the tourism choice for you.
As Turn 5 draws to a close, a zombie outbreak that has been spreading in Africa reaches critical levels.
In the likely event that a continent is quarantined, this will have a real in-game effect. So anybody, let's say for the sake of argument, let's imagine Africa were quarantined. We will be watching out who's coming and going to the African area of the ball. Because we wouldn't want some horrible disease to spread to other continents now, would we? So can I just alert you that if you value the public health of your continent, be careful visiting areas where virulent viruses are loose. Very quick update. There are reports of a undersea launched ballistic missile launched from the Sea of Ost. Just now, push.
The USA is now at level 1.
That's fair, I think.
We have nukes coming.
Yeah.
Attention please, attention please. The mysterious missile that launched from the ocean has been engaged by American anti-ballistic missile systems. The reports are that there was a hit and a gigantic mid-air explosion, far greater than a normal explosive. took place over the ocean. So, Big Bang.
At the time, the USA team were all too happy to celebrate shooting down the missile. It wasn't until after the game that most of the players found out that it was actually the first attempt by an ancient undersea civilization to explore outer space. And the USA blew it up. A short while later, those afflicted by the nightmares began to congregate on the main stage.
There's something odd going on. It's like someone just walked over your grave. Everybody in the world is reporting bad dreams. There is a deep oceanic disturbance in the Western Pacific. All over the world, small groups are gathering, chanting strange, unrepeatable phrases. Not just Facebook users.
Many are worried about exactly what has just happened. Wagons see it as an opportunity to sell more helmets.
It is the best we are able to produce to help protect the user from psionic interference, potentially these dreams and other things the aliens have. If you want to not have shit come at you from the aliens, this is the best we can do to help shield you. You should definitely have one.
Yeah, I do. I'm going to take B for now.
Yeah. Okay. Generally we say 2 megabucks for one, but we can do 5 for 5. We're starting to run low on rounds we have available. Okay. If you are standing next to me with 2 megabucks, I will get you that. Cool. Okay.
As Turn 7 begins, a large number of dead bodies mysteriously appear on the beaches of San Francisco.
You're getting reports that an unknown person or persons acting clandestinely has dumped a large number of bodies here. It's basically in the surrounding water, tossed them off the side. Off the sea? Yes. Yes, it looked like a planned operation. Hard to tell, you didn't notice what had gone on. Right, that's the Coast Guard. Okay.
Meanwhile, some countries are using their newfound alien technology to work on some ambitious projects.
We believe we're working on a project to build a space elevator.
Excellent, yeah, we sent you these satellites.
Have you got the list of all the technology you would need, like the materials and resources and stuff, in order to complete the project? Because we're looking at gathering all resources possible for donation purposes.
I'll get our guys on it, basically.
Yeah, if you can get a list for
where
us.
can we come contact you?
We're going to be over there, yeah.
Right.
Because the Pacific's all gone to hell.
Okay, right. You're the general, all the civilians are over that way.
Yeah, that's right.
Right, okay, well, all right, we're pro this. You know, Mexico is happy to be the doorway to space.
That would be amazing.
All right.
All right, thank you.
And let's ceremonially do this while as we hand over the materials that allow the aliens to take a Canadian colony on the moon, just in case this Cthulhu thing turns out to be dangerous.
The effects of the dark ritual performed last turn become very clear as Cthulhu rises in the Pacific Ocean. However, eldritch monsters are still not the only problem facing humanity.
Our PR tracks are dropping. I know, how do we lack of satellite coverage. Every turn it's dropping, it's just the terror track's going up every turn without satellite protection.
Then apparently it's Daft, this terrorist group doing it, and apparently there's a team of them in the hall somewhere, so we don't know who they are, we don't know what they do.
Latest news report says they're operating out of Central Africa.
Okay.
We can't go there.
No, okay. Well, we need to solve the terror track because that's going to push everything up, and then there's probably likely, I don't think everything's quite as friendly as it seems.
Them?
Yeah.
Well, no, because they're melting the ice caps.
It's discovered that the bodies in San Francisco were tainted with the zombie virus.
Do you know anything interesting on the map?
The US fucking...
Do you know anything interesting? Dear God, gentlemen, you're supposed to be defending your country.
In the midst of all the chaos, an unexpected announcement breaks through all the commotion.
The government of Kenya has been overthrown in a military coup. The Chief of the Defence Staff, the Field Marshal here, has come on TV, and this is something that's available across the internet, and makes the following statement, brief statement.
People of the world, we are DAF, Democracy and Freedom Today. You've heard of us, now feel our power. I have taken control of Kenya and its military, I have killed our leaders. I have in my possession a red mercury-powered nuclear device. This is not a joke. Our demands are simple. Corporations have to have less control in our society. The militant US empire has to be disbanded immediately.
No.
And organised resistance must stop its tyrannical suppression of decent human beings, and that's all religions. If you're not giving to our demands, we will blow something up. If you try to invade me, I will blow something up. I call on my fellow dafters to rise up and support this endeavour. For Daft.
The USA doesn't take this news well. In fact, the Daft General is assassinated as soon as he leaves the stage. Back in the Americas, Argentina is concerned that the plan they organised with the alien team known as the Federation is being slowed down by events elsewhere.
Basically, we've not been to South America before and we are interested in finding out about it.
Oh, okay. You're not the Federation?
We're not the Federation, no.
We're expecting the Federation to be here.
I don't know. At the moment, all of the civilised powers are unanimous in mainly focusing on trying to sort out Cthulhu.
Okay, fine.
So previously made plans have been,
put on hold. Yeah, okay.
Without warning, a nuclear weapon detonates in Nairobi, destroying the city.
The nuclear device was delivered by air from what was identified as a Venezuelan Sith. The Venezuelan Sith in question is reported to have been pursued out of the area by two former Kenyan, now Daft Sith. So Nairobi, if you've got shares in any Nairobi companies, they're not worth anything now. Nairobi has been effectively destroyed.
Meanwhile, the USA are trying to prevent a massive zombie outbreak in San Francisco. The Venezuelan pilot who dropped a nuclear weapon on Nairobi is then arrested by the government of Venezuela.
Basically, what it means is you take him and capture him, whatever you're doing is interrupted. You've got a nuclear warhead.
No, not much. He was the Kenyan bomber.
Right. Okay.
I accidentally destroyed Nairobi a little. With one nuclear device, which is very impressive.
Basically, you are now his prisoner.
Yep, okay.
So whatever you want to do with him, it's up to you. Unless you announce it on the...
There has been a multiple nuclear detonation in the Arabian Gulf at sea.
That's not me.
Several merchant ships have been destroyed.
Promise that's not me.
4 detonations took place.
With so many disasters going on around the world, the leaders of Argentina plan an extreme solution.
Try and coordinate long-term evacuation. Well, we've got you guys. You are the
Meanwhile, the USA team receives new information.
As you've hopefully been informed that it has happened, you had a Z-virus outbreak in San Francisco.
Yes.
Weigang have just financed and distributed vaccines against that.
Yeah, that was really nice. Thank you.
Please bear this in mind when it comes to corporation tax time.
I see. So did you survive?
Yeah, so I'm now back.
Do you know who it was?
That man there.
The USA's ambassador to Africa is revealed to have made an assassination attempt on the president. It comes to light that he has been a Daft agent the entire time.
I was assigned by Control as a member of Daft. I was originally the US ambassador to Africa, now the US ambassador to the Americas. We played through various destabilizations, various alliances, various pushing things in different directions, and the final action at that point was an assassination of the president.
As the Daft agent is interrogated to find the location of the Daft headquarters, most of the America team is busy dealing with the imminent deployment of their nuclear weapons.
It's Russia, Daft and Russia. New Russia.
Is he telling the truth?
Yes, we do.
Yeah, we beat him to death.
We are
are not starting a nuclear war.
Wait. Okay, stop. Russia's about to launch against Cthulhu. Now, if Russia is daft, how do we know they're launching against Cthulhu and they're not launching against us? Do we have a counter-force strike?
Yeah, he's off to get a new bomb.
Mr. President?
Are you daft? Is this true? We've heard these rumours.
Yes.
You are daft.
No, not daft.
That is the okay. We're just getting ready to nuke Kenya. We can just
Kenya or Cthulhu?
Kenya.
We have no problem with that.
Russia stands ready to fulfil their obligations to the world.
Swing that as being against Cthulhu.
That's ICBM or SLB.
Mr. President,
So there would be a tactical.
I would suggest we at least match our commitment.
We are.
To ICBM. That's
Interesting.
Is China matching that as well?
Yes, China's willing to throw most of its arsenal at it.
Yes.
Do we have your news?
Yes. Yes.
So we're doing one SLBM and one tactical.
Good luck.
You as well.
Gentlemen. Good luck. History judges well.
Indeed.
Thank you, gentlemen.
If I was a court daft agent, I would tell you that everybody is daft. The UK is daft. China is daft. They're definitely worth keeping an eye on. I'll be very interested to see where Russia's weapons are going.
However, the USA's plans are interrupted by a bold move from Indonesia.
That's the call you've got to take.
Yep, we're fine. We'll do it.
Yep. Okay.
Something is happening here.
Hello, US President. We'd like to capture you.
Yeah, you're kidnapped.
Basically, he's come out of the White House, get into the car, and it's not your normal car. That's all he wants, guys.
It's a very Indonesian sounding man driving.
No, look at the bottles.
Why am I being Well, we're hoping it will stop you from launching a nuclear attack right by our island.
I fear you may be bringing the pain.
Yeah, it's a good point. We should have told them why we were kidnapping him, right?
Oh yeah, it's because you guys were going to find Cthulhu. And
I mean, if you would like to write a note to your people saying that you want them to stop.
We actually went to your country to take an economic
But Russia and China are also launching. The only way I can stop it is if I'm in the White House.
Unless we get the media over here and you can make a statement to the media saying that you would like to call on the US and China to...
Protocol will be uncompromised and all my orders will be disregarded. Control now as part of the Vice President.
yeah, I did think about this because we've all seen Air Force One. But I've decided.
I like your planning, I like the optimism, but I really haven't thought.
Why did you just kidnap the US President?
Yeah, and you need to deal with this. Don't you have a rescue card? I mean, there's some money and rewards if you rescue the US President.
Don't talk to the prisoner!
As the final turn starts, the leaders of Argentina execute the very last stage of their plan.
We are desperately terrified of the zombie outbreak. We've got Cthulhu's arisen. We need to leave. So anybody who can come with you, as many people as possible. We've also got a human embryo sample so that we can recreate it in space. So we're going to leave. We're going with you. Amazing. Amazing.
Back in the Pacific, Cthulhu is the target of a variety of simultaneous attacks.
All observatories and radar systems report a large starship approaching Earth and going into a low Earth orbit. As it swings round the planet, it drops into the upper atmosphere. Everybody on Earth, at some point or other, sees the massive plasmatic thrusters kick off to keep it in a fixed position. As it swoops down over the Pacific, it fires its jets in varying directions to maneuver its main batteries to a target somewhere in the Pacific. The skies are lit up by a massive energy blast, which cuts down through the atmosphere, making the aurora borealis look like a small lighted match, and striking the creature in the Pacific, and immediately causing 4 damage.
4 damage!
At the same time, there are reports of nuclear weapon launches from Russia, China, and the United States of America. Tactical nuclear weapons delivered by advanced aircraft are released over the Pacific. As those weapons approach the target, the great big thing in the Pacific, in case you hadn't guessed, additional missiles appear from below the ocean and perform low parameters across the ocean. These are a completely unknown type of missile. Also heading for the large green thing. The strange sea-launched missiles do 4 points of damage. The massed nuclear fires of the nuclear powers strike the target and do 24 points. Okay, carry on.
Okay, folks, going down the table. Who's this?
Argentina's leaders, along with 24,000 fellow Argentinians, prepare to board cramped alien transport ships and leave the Earth behind.
Is the Federation here? Is it this guy? This chap? Okay. Can you carry 24,000 people? Yeah, we've got big transport shuttles. They're in like cargo. It's not very pleasant. Okay. So at some point, someone's going to notice that happening. Yeah. Our PR has dropped to 0, and we're no longer a functioning country. Okay. So you're leaving millions of people to suffer with no government. Yeah. Because there were obviously millions of people there who didn't get to go on the ships as they were storming the launch pads, and so the president just took off and left the head of the armed forces trying to control the riots, and he was just killed. But never mind, it's alright, we have a viable gene pool.
There are 1,000 dolphins on the Association ship. 1,000 dolphins. They're going to teach us to speak dolphins. I know.
As the game ends, Cthulhu has been destroyed, Argentina is left in a state of mass chaos, and Mexico is being invaded by the USA and Canada. As I explained at the beginning, there really is no way a video could include everything that happened during this truly enormous game. With that in mind, here's a list of things that happened during the game that I wasn't able to include in this video. Thanks for watching this story about some of what happened during Watch the Skies 4 Global Apocalypse. If you'd like to see more videos like this, please subscribe to the channel, and if you haven't seen my previous videos about other mega games, then you can check them out here. I'd also like to give special thanks to Jim Wallman for designing and organising this giant mega game, and to everyone else on the control team for making the game possible. Thanks also goes to Hristo for being my cameraman on the day, and all the teams in the Americas for the laughter and great ideas. Thanks for watching.